I have got such sights to show you. What's up, you guys? Nick at the Lost River Drive-In here, and today I wanted to make an announcement. I talked about this on my community tab a few days ago. I did mention it on Twitter, but I know a lot of you guys probably get your information from me in video form, so I figured why not do it in video form, because I want to explain it a little bit better anyway. And I kind of want to talk to you guys about what it is I'm doing and what that entails. I want to first just preface by saying I have covered all my bases when it comes to this endeavor that I am taking. I have spoken to the right people in the right places. I've gotten the right information. And most importantly, I have a deep affinity for the material and for its history and everything about it, really. If you guys followed my channel at all last year, you would know that I went on a revisited series at one point that really just kind of grabbed me. It was a series I hadn't watched since I was a teenager, and I don't know what it was about it at the time in my life that I was revisiting it that it meant so much to me, but I have been thinking for months now about this undertaking. I have been thinking about what it would mean, what it would take, what it would cost, all of that. I have decided that December 23rd of this year, I will be coming out with a documentary made by me, all the information compiled by me, narrated by me, written by me, edited by me, all of it, encompassing the entire Hellraiser franchise, called To Hell and Back, a Hellraiser retrospective. Now, to give you guys a little bit of a background on why I'm doing this, as someone that loves this franchise, sometimes I think it's my second favorite horror series, period. Like, I genuinely adore this franchise. When I was doing my revisited last year, I found myself so frustrated that there wasn't a retrospective documentary on the entire franchise. It just doesn't exist. You've got Leviathan, which is a great documentary, very informative, but it only covers Hellraiser and Hellraiser 2. There are 11 Hellraiser films. 11. And no documentaries to speak of. Now, I know it's because a good portion of the franchise was straight to DVD hell, and then obviously the issues with the Weinstein Company. That's probably part of it. Having said that, though, Hellraiser 3 and Bloodline are pretty well regarded amongst the fan base. They went to theaters. There's a lot of people that have a soft spot for Inferno. There's some people that have a soft spot for Deader. The, recent Judgment by Gary Tunnicliffe was pretty well reviewed for what it was. We just got a pretty big budget reboot last year. So I feel like there's enough good in this series to warrant a documentary, but we don't have one. I had been thinking about this for months. I talked to Christian about it a long time ago, and he said if I felt like it was something that I wanted to do, I should do it. I had been thinking about it, and I thought, I don't know. And then my buddy Lee over at Drum Dums did his From Woodsboro to New York Scream documentary, which was a phenomenal documentary. It was super high quality, super well made. Lee did an awesome job. And then because of, I was talking to Lee about it, I guess he didn't cite a source, like one source, and it got flagged and it got taken down. And all of those, those months of work and all that time and all that effort was gone. But not before tens of thousands of people watched that documentary and really appreciated it. And that was the final nail for me to decide I'm going to do this. I've been thinking about for a while now how I'm going to go about it, who I'm going to involve. And I got to tell you guys, I'm really, really excited about this process. I will be including interviews with Gary Tunnicliffe. I'm going to interview him separately and put some of that into this documentary because I want to hear from somebody that was a part of most of these films. We've had him on the podcast. Gary's a great dude, and I can't wait to have him as a part of this documentary. I'm going to also interview some of my fellow YouTubers that are big Hellraiser fans and get their input on this, and whether it's a specific movie or whatever it might be. I really want this to kind of be a group project in a lot of ways. But on top of that, I want you guys to understand that I am going to take this very seriously. I have a reverence for this material. I love this material. It means everything to me. This is going to be one of those things that I am going to pour months of my life into, whether it be writing the script for it, compiling the footage, doing interviews myself, editing it all. I want this to look like a legitimate documentary. So when this comes out, Hellraiser fans have something they can sink their teeth into that's going to cover the entire franchise. And that is the biggest reason I'm doing it. Because as a Hellraiser fan myself, and somebody that loves behind the scenes and just information on these movies that I love, the fact that this series doesn't have any of that is criminal. And I know there's a lot of Hellraiser fans out there. I specifically think of my buddy Mark when I think about Hellraiser. I know how much he loves Hellraiser. And we would kill for this. We would love something like this. So I'm not going to sit on my hands and wait for somebody else to do it. I'm going to do it myself. And I'm going to do a damn good job. I have the support of Christian and the help, if I need it, of Drum Dums as well. My buddy Phil, who used to edit and produce a lot of my content on my channel a while back. I have people in high places with knowledge and the resources if I need them. But most importantly, I have you guys. I have you guys that support me, that continue to support me throughout all of this. And this is a really big step for me. Guys, I can't lie to you. Yeah, I'm scared. I really, really am. Because I want this final product to be great. And you might ask, why are you picking December 23rd to release it? Well, because December 23rd will be the 35th anniversary to the day of Hellbound, Hellraiser 2, which is my favorite Hellraiser film. I just felt like it was fitting, and I felt like it gave me enough time to get this together. So, guys, this is going to be well over an hour long. This is going to be jam-packed with media. This is going to be the most professional thing I've ever done. All I ask of you guys is, when this comes out, help me get the word out leading up to it. Help me get the word out about this documentary that I've done, because I would hate to put so much time into this for it to just go nowhere. I want people to see it. I want Hellraiser fans to find this. I just think that it would mean a lot to them, because I know it's going to mean a lot to me. So I hope that you guys will share this around, will let people know that this is coming, that this is going to be a big deal, that this is going to be legitimate, that this is going to be professional, because I promise you it will be all of those things and more. I'm going to do everything I can to try to get in touch with some other people involved with the franchise to try to get them on board as well. If I can't, that's fine. I will go off of what I have at my fingertips. This will be fact-based. It will not be opinion-based. I'm not going to be talking about how I feel about these movies, really. I might say Hellbound is my favorite. But I'm going to give you the facts on these movies. Their production, leading up to, after the fact, the reception, where we went next, all of that. This is going to be a documentary that is fact-based on this franchise. I'm very excited to be doing this. It is intimidating, but guess what? Nothing worth doing wasn't frightening. Nothing worth doing didn't scare you. I mean, in some way. So I can't wait to do this. And I really hope you guys will watch. So thank you guys so much. I'm really looking forward to getting to this in December and having this done and ready for you. And to all of you guys who have supported me and continue to support me, thank you. Leave a like on this video. It'll help the algorithm get the news out there that a Hellraiser documentary is coming. This is Nick at the Lost River Drive-In, and I am pulling out.